we're back underway here with this B-Mod A main action. And that's Trevor Hunt in that 99 as he gets up beside Gunnar Martin there in the 75. Now it looks like Gunnar's going to fight back, try and get that second spot. That's Scotty Martin in the lead. That's your top three here at Valley Speedway here on a Friday night. Trevor once again is going to pull away from third place, Gunnar Martin. He has led a couple of laps here. We'll see whether or not he can wrestle this away again from Scotty Martin up there in the front. Laps have got to be winding down. Had several cautions. Scotty Martin running that high line up around the top. Trevor going to the bottom looking for some speed, and the white flag is going to come out. All Scotty Martin's got to do now, make one more lap. And looks like he's got things pretty well in hand, as he's got it, looks like at least a, I would say 3 or 4 lap lead. And it looks like we have got another yellow flag. I am not sure why. Unless that's the end of the race. Maybe I missed the checkered flag, which it looks like I did, because they are going into the pits. And looks like that's going to be your winner over there is going to be Scotty Martin. I'm sorry, I thought it was the white flag, and it evidently was the checkered flag. Scotty Martin, a veteran of asphalt, dirt, boy, you name it. The guy has driven it just about everywhere. Scotty Martin, your winner here for the B-Mods in the A main at Valley Speedway on a Saturday night, opening night here for Valley Speedway. Here comes Scotty out of the car now. He's got a real interesting hairdo. You can't see it from here, but it's a mohawk, you might say. As Scotty Martin once again takes the win here for the B-Mods on opening night at Valley Speedway. Well, Jerry Schmidt is going to bring him down here for the first street stock race of the year. And looks like the 09 is going to take the lead here down the back straightaway. Schmidt's going to come back out on the outside, try to get that back. And it's going to be close here. And the 09 is going to have just about a fender's length on him here on this back straightaway. And now it looks like he's going to pull away as Schmidt drifts up high there in turn 4. And we got one spun out back here. Looks like the 12X. And that's going to bring out the caution flag. I think we only got like 2 or 3 laps in, and yellow flag. Okay, the new leader is Spencer Stevens, and Jeremy McConville is now on that inside second row. I mean, inside the second row. They're beside Schmidt, and as they restart this street stock race here at Valley. Stevens looks like he is going to pull out and open up back that lead that he had there earlier. Now out to about 3 or 4 car lengths. And Schmidt and McConville continue to race for that second spot. And now a gap opens up between those two, about 3 to 4 car lengths. Meanwhile, Stevens now just starts to pull away as he's up to about 6 to 7 car lengths now, and already starting to look at the rear bumper of some lap traffic as he comes through turns 1 and 2. And he will make the first pass on a lap car down the back straightaway. Spencer Stevens, your leader. Jeremy Schmidt in second. Jeremy McConville, and then Chad Eichelberry in the 09, right there. And it looks like we're going to have another yellow flag as someone else has spun out down here as they started to exit turn 2. Got up a little high up there and the rear end come around. And we're going to have a yellow flag, and we'll do it all over again here as the first 2 classes tonight here having just a little bit of trouble negotiating the track. And the funny thing is, the track surface really looks pretty good. Okay, Spencer Stevens still your leader. Jerry Schmidt, Jeremy McConnell, Chad Ogleberry. That's your top 4 as they bring them down through 1 and 2. And Stevens still with that lead, and again starts to look like he may open up a pretty good gap. Second place still Schmidt and McConneville. And looks like Schmidt is going to take that away as he runs that low line. But here comes McConneville back up on the high side. Now Stevens once again with a 6-car length lead. Here still, I think, fairly early in this race. Not really keeping track of laps, so I have no idea where we are. Got Stevens here out front. Then Schmidt in second and McConneville in that 3rd spot. 44 of Larry McCracken. They're trying to make some headway and get up into that top 4 as he's holding down that 5th spot but can't get by the 9 car. Stevens once again deals with some lap traffic. Schmidt right behind him. Schmidt now closing that gap up just a little bit. Now he's got it down to what looks like about, well, make it 2 car lengths in 1, and he's up on the rear bumper of Stevens. Well, we got some fans right down here in front of us going wild as Schmidt starts to make a race out of it. Once again, gets up to the rear bumper. Cannot exit the corner quite as good as Stevens is doing. And Stevens pulls away. Once again, Stevens pulls away, he gets it back out to a 2-car length lead. Then Schmidt catches him as he enters the turn and just about to the middle, but he cannot get out of the corner. Once again, your top 3, Spencer Stevens, Jerry Schmidt, and Jeremy McConneville there in that 3rd spot. And we got one lipping onto the infield, but we got one spun around down here. Looks like the 3W. Okay, we're going to try it again after another yellow flag, and we've got Spencer Stevens, Jerry Schmidt, and Jeremy McConnell. That's going to be your top 3 here in the Street Stock A main. So far, Stevens has pretty much shown that he can outrun this field. Schmidt looks like there's a possibility he might make it. And Stevens might just mess up just a little bit. Once again, Schmidt gets up there. Now Jeremy McConneville back up beside him and going to take second at the flag stand, but then drifts up too high. And we've got another yellow flag somewhere. Okay, here we go again. Spencer Stevens takes him down the front straightaway. And looks like Jeremy McConneville now takes over that 2nd spot. And Schmidt says maybe not. Good race for 2nd as these 2 cars are really matched pretty evenly. And now Schmidt's going to get inside of him and slide up in front of him. But Stevens stays your leader. Can Schmidt now find a line there on the track that's going to work and get him back up there where he was now that he's past McConneville? And he dives down to the inside, but can't do it. And Stevens pulls back out. that comfortable lead that he has. I wonder if he knows that this race is going on behind him. Surely he can see Schmidt like he does there and know that he's got some competition here for this street stock race. Once again, a lap car, but he's going to move over. That's going to let Stevens get through there. Schmidt right on his tail, and McConneville right behind him. Schmidt now up there beside him. Still can't get off the corner, though. Not like Stevens is doing. Up beside him, and Stevens pulls away. White flag comes out. 1 lap. And boy, they are almost even off the corner there. We'll see how this is going to play out. Schmidt slides up, kind of takes Stevens' line away. And man, I don't know. We'll have to see how they call that. That was pretty close. We'll see how they call it. We've got one spun around right down here, almost right in front of the leaders. But we'll see how they call it here. That was some finish. Man, being here on the backside, we could not tell who that was. I wouldn't want to be the officials over there. Stevens here trying to put his bluff in like, hey, it was me. And we'll see who they're going to point to. And looks like he is pointing to Schmidt. And it does. It looks like it's going to be Jerry Schmidt, going to be your winner here on the first night at Valley for the Street Stocks. Man, what a run and what a finish. Okay, winner of the Street Stock A-Main here tonight for opening night at Valley is Jerry Schmidt. Jerry, man, that was a fun race to watch. You struggled there a little bit. You kind of got back, then you come up, but you finally got up here close enough where you could get around the 9. Yeah, I figured out which way to, or how to run the track. I gave it away to begin with, and kind of, he gave me one. He gave me the bottom back, so I got it back. I was going to say, it was a good track out there, I think, for Valley Speedway. You know, a good smooth surface for everybody to run on. It was. At least everybody up front ran a clean race. I don't know about in the back, but the front 3, we did put on a pretty good show. You were looking back, I can tell you that, because you definitely had your hands full up there. Plus, there was a third car I think was involved in that too. Really made some close racing, but you managed to pull away from him and then, like I say, get under the 9. Yeah, Spencer, he's a good kid. And Jeremy McConneville was up there with us. We all three ran next to each other and didn't run into anybody. So that was good. I was going to say, that's good in street stock racing. Yes. Anytime you can do that. But great win, Jerry. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay, we're going to step it up here just a little bit. A-Mod A-Main. Dean Willie, Tim Carrick on that front row. Ron Keith, Shad Batter, Aaron Moran, Buddy Benedict on the third row. Jason Bodenhammer, and one of the Dotsons. And it looks like Willie and Carrick. Carrick is going to lead it down the back straightaway. Down into turn 3, and Tim Carrick will lead the first lap. Dean Willie right behind him. Ron Keefe in that third spot. Chad Batter. Jason Bodenhammer, they're starting to slide up through there just a little bit. And he's going to work his way up into that 5th spot up there with Aaron Moran. Some good side-by-side racing. Back in the pack. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Jason Bodenhammer on the inside. Moran, and we've got one up on the top of turn number 2. I don't know if he is quit up there or bringing out the yellow. What's going on? But we'll be back with racing action here in just a minute. I think we might have got 2 laps in. Looks like he's going to head it toward the pits. Tim Carrick brings him around. The half-mile Lakeside Specialist is here at Valley Speedway tonight. As he leads this A-Main, only got about 2 or 3 laps in the books with Carrick, Dean Willie, Ron Keefe, Shad Batter, top 4. Carrick brings him through 1 and 2. And Willie is going to get up beside him there to make a challenge. Down the back straightaway, and he's going to be able to carry that momentum over and down through 3 and 4. And they both go into 1 and 2 pretty hard. Looks like Willie is going to come out the leader this time. Couple of guys that are not unfamiliar with small racetracks. Both of them raced CMS for many, many years, many, many laps. Ron Keith holding on to that 3rd spot. Now he's going to get up here and take a look at Carrick. And he is going to slide by. Ron Keith is only about his 3rd year in a modified. Showing real good here tonight. Got Rick Beebe and Jason Thompson on that crew. As Ron looking pretty stout here tonight on the smaller track here at Valley Speedway. Dean, Willie, and Keith both start to pull away just a little bit. Open up about a 5 to 6 car length lead now over 3rd place, Carrick. Willie now starting to drop down just a little bit on the corners. Earlier up toward, I'd say half to 3/4 up on the track, and we've got one spun around down here. And we're about ready to turn them loose again. Can't have much more than 10 laps down if we got that much. Dean, Willie, Ron Keith, Tim Carrick, Buddy the Crowbar Man Benedict, Shad Batter, and then Jason Bodenhammer. They're knocking on the door trying to get into that top 5. Willie brings them down 1 and 2. The back straightaway. Carrick now putting a challenge on 2nd place on Ron Keith. Keith's going to have no part of it. Riding that low line, even lower than what Willie rides. It's on to that 2nd place, Keith does. Now we're kind of going single file. And the first 3 cars running a pretty similar line to each other. Carrick now down the bottom. Shad Batter drifting way up high here almost to the wall. Shad Batter in that 4th spot. Once again, we got Carrick there in 3rd. Ron Keith in 2nd. Dean Willie leads the pack. Here for this A-Mod A-Main at Valley Speedway on opening night. Dean Willie showing them the way around here so far. And we've got 3 of them, make it 4 piled up here in turns 3 and 4. That'll bring out a yellow flag, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think we got about yellow number 4 or something like that. And still Dean Willie, Ron Keith, Tim Carrick, Shad Batter, and we think Matt Dotson, but we're not sure. We're not getting a lineup sheet tonight, but we're kind of doing this like almost blindfolded. And the 86 looks like he is going to jump into that 4th spot. Keith now looking to the inside of Willie. And also Dotson looking inside of Carrick, and he will take 3rd spot away. Dotson up into that 3rd spot. Carrick's going to come back, give it a try. Can't do it. And now we got a 3-way race. 5th place, Shad Batter, Barry Schultz, and Jason Bodner. Going, boy, we just about had a mate. Somebody in his car right here sitting on the back straightaway, 56. Looked like he was going to make a right turn into the pits. Changed his mind or something. And it looks like Buddy Benedict has pulled up over on the far side of the track. By the way, earlier on, I attributed a spin out to him, and it wasn't. It was Westerholt, so let me correct that now. But Benedict up on the high side of turn 4, up in 2nd, or I'm sorry, I think 3rd or 4th place there for quite a while at the start of this race. But now he'll be going to the pits. Well, one more yellow, one more restart. Dean Willie doesn't care as long as he's out front. But I think he might have to watch that 88 car right there with the Mystery Dotson in it. As he's been coming up through that pack. If anybody's going to take this away, I think it's going to be the 88. And the 88 is going to challenge for that second spot there with Ron Keith. And he's going to take it at the flag stand. I don't know if Willie knows it or not, but man, he's got somebody over his right shoulder. Look out. Yeah, they're going to run close, about a car length apart. Come off of 4 or off 2 here. Willie is going to have a pretty good lead. And now he starts to open it back up again now as he starts getting his rhythm back down, hitting his spots. But Dotson's not going to give up on it. Wouldn't be a race car driver if he did. He's going to get his rhythm back too. And if Willie leaves him enough room over there on that front straightaway, we could have us a real finish here. About like we did in that last race. Dean Willie, once again, leads down the back straightaway. Willie and Dotson, they have pulled away from second place. Not even close. 6-8 car lengths. Meanwhile, back here, we've got Tim Carrick and Shad Batter battling for that 4th and 5th spot. It's Terry Schultz and Jason Bodenhammer also checking in. Schultz is going to go down low. Cannot quite get underneath Carrick. Batter comes back on the outside there, trying to hang on to that 6th spot. Now Schultz and Carrick battling for 4th and 5th. Up in the front, Willie now starting to get into some lap pressure. See how that plays. Plus Ron Keith now is going to come back on Dotson. He led down the back straightaway, but will not down the front straightaway as Dotson is going to get it. But Keith plays the lap car and will make the pass around 3rd place there and will regain the 2nd spot. But still a good 8 car lengths. And boy, Dean Willie just misses being tangled up here in this accident right here coming out of 4. He actually got his front bumper up into the rear end of the 24 there as he was spinning around. And man, some terrific driving by Dean Willie as he misses that accident here as 2 cars get together coming out of turn 4. Dean Willie still your leader. Through thick and through thin, the Willemeister has been able to pull it out here so far. Well, I don't know about you folks, but I'm kind of starting to get the Willies as Dean Willie here is putting together a really great run here and led this quite a bit, I think, from like the 2nd lap. Dean Willie once again brings him to the green flag. Ron Keith in 2nd. 88 of Dotson. Tim Carrick and Terry Schultz now in that 4th spot. Tim Carrick in 5th. Jason Bodenhammer 6th, and it looks like Dotson is going to pull up over there. I don't know. He's got to have a car problem. Dotson dropping way back. He gets back on it now. Thought maybe something wrong. And in that transfer of cars there, Terry Schultz now gets up into that 3rd place. Carrick in 4th. Ron Keith 2nd. And Dean Willie still your leader here as we've got to be getting into the closing laps here. Well, the white flag has come out. Dean Willie now just 1 more lap. Ron Keith in a close 2nd, but I don't believe he can put enough in there to get by him on that bottom side. And it looks like it's going to be Dean Willie, Ron Keith, Terry Schultz, Tim Carrick, and I believe that is Sanders. better. Also, looks like Jake Richards may have moved up into that 7th or 8th spot, but your winner is going to be Dean Willie in the Willie Special. What is that, Gator Graphics? It's about the only one I can read, but Dean Willie putting together a terrific run there to win that A-Mod here, A-Main here on the opening night at Valley Speedway. A-Mod A-Main winner here tonight, Dean Willie. Dean, I guess it's kind of just a simple thing that you do. You just get out in the front and you just lead and just let the yellow flags happen and go on.
Well, that's what happened tonight. You know, we got out in the lead, or we actually, first start we got out in the lead, and the second one Tim got a jump on me, and we were running second there. And then I think old Ron Keith, he showed me the fast line there around the bottom. Yeah. Caution saved us at the right time on that. Otherwise, I think he might have checked out tonight. So I went to the bottom on the restart and got by Tim. And then I was trying to run the bottom, but Ron was faster down there, and I couldn't stay down there. So I had to kind of move up to the middle and take my chances and change my line, and it worked for us. We got lucky, and it worked.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a track here at Valley as good as it was tonight? I mean, from the stands, it looked like it was really good.
It was really good. If it could have cleaned off just a little bit more, a little quicker, it would have been better. That's where we were able to come back to the middle later on in the race. I couldn't run the middle at the very beginning. I had to kind of wait for that to come in to where we could push up there and run that.
Boy, what a great way to start the season off. First night here at Valley Speedway, but man, we had some great racing throughout the field, but A-Mod feature was fun to watch. Congratulations, Dean.
Thank you. It was a very tough crowd of cars here. Real good competition. Feel good to start the year off this way. We felt really good about our run last week at Lamont. We were running second and broke a brake rotor and disintegrated a brake rotor actually. So it felt good tonight to come back and redeem myself a little bit.
I don't know about you folks, but I kind of got the woo Willies. Way to go.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go with the big bodies. Not so big guys driving them, but it's going to be Kevin Coyne on the pole, Hawkins in the 133, Jimmy Morris in the 9, Brent Wood outside of him, then Bob King, Dale Eaton, and John Benning. And here we go. And it looks like Hawkins is going to take the lead as he runs down that front straightaway and uses that banking, gets up high, and he will take the lead. Kevin Coyne right now in that second spot. Then the 7 there, Brent Wood. Boy, he comes up, makes a radical turn to the right, I guess, to miss Coyne. And that's going to let Jimmy Morris into that third spot. Whoa. But right now, it's going to be Hawkins, your leader. Coyne in second, Morris in third. It's the ULMA. Now Coyne evidently starting to find his line. Oh, wow, Dale Eaton down there in turn 4. Jumps up. I mean, there was some air under that car. And we've got a challenge for the lead. Kevin Coyne going to get up beside your leader. We're going to have a yellow flag as it looks like the number 6 or 8, I can't tell. 8, he went over the lip there in 1 and 2, ended up against the fence, but by golly, he looks like he is going to bring it back and maybe get back in this race. If I had a lineup, I'd tell you who it was, but I don't, so I won't. I apologize in advance if I get any of these names wrong, but like I say, could not get a lineup tonight, but we think that is Hawkins in the lead, Kevin Coyne in second, Jimmy Morris in third. And then that's the 7 of Brent Wood. Coyne and Morris having a pretty good race for that second spot. as Hawkins hangs on to the lead, and then Wood bringing up fourth. Now the 45 of Bob King. Thought was going to crack the top 5, but he's not. And we believe that's Jason Bodenhammer in the 3. Now he is going to come up and move into that 4th spot up on that high side. And we've got another yellow. I don't know whether it's a fluid on the track or what, but I see a dark line up there, if you'll notice, going into the pit area. And there is some here up around the top of the track. And some of the pit guys on the infield were checking it to see if it'd light up. Not sure whether it was fuel or water. As you can see, somebody checking it out over there on the far side. Okay, we got the track fixed up, I believe. They run them through the liquid, whatever it was, over there in turn 1. It looks like everybody's going to make it pretty good. Hawkins still your leader. Coyne in second. Morris third. Wood fourth. And I'll probably make it shot. You never know. We think it's Jason Bodenhammer there in the 3 as he works for that 4th spot, trying to wrestle that away. Wood going to blow by him here coming out of 4, but Wood gets back under him. Once again, Coyne and Morris in a good fight, but boy, Morris is going to blow by Coyne, and that lets Jason Bodenhammer come up now to challenge for that 3rd spot on the outside of Coyne. Hawkins still your leader. And now the 3, be it whoever. Coyne comes back this time off of turn 4. Going to take 3rd back, looks inside for 2nd. And then the 3 goes by. They get hung up momentarily. Then Wood gets by Coyne. Kevin having a heck of a time here, running a solid 3rd place, and all of a sudden now finds himself in 5th. Meanwhile, up front, Hawkins in that 133. Pretty much unchallenged. Morris up into a solid 2nd run. Now with what we think to be Bodenhammer on his backside, but not really making any ground. 3 car is going to go low, trying to make it a shorter track. But it doesn't work. We have got to be midway or more this ULMA late model A-Main Valley Speedway. The big wheels, the big bodies, the big racers take to the Valley Speedway. I believe they're going to be running fairly regularly here at Valley this year for ULMA, with Central Missouri Speedway closing up. Leaders encountering the lap car now. Morris kind of gets into the side of him. He gets by pretty clean. Then the 3 car. Oh, and Morris now is going to spin a little bit. Gets crooked coming out of 4. And that's going to cost him 2nd place. And that's going to let the 3 car up into that 2nd spot. So we may be setting ourselves up here for a good finish. We're going to go into that bottom side, just waiting for Hawkins to make any kind of a mistake, and I'm sure the 3 car will pounce on it. Both drivers using that top groove. Here around what I believe to be a quarter-mile speedway here in Valley, Great Valley, Missouri. Just down I-70 a little ways from downtown Kansas City. You want to come out here, open wheel racing on Friday nights. And then we've got late model switch stocks, B mods, and of course the A mods on Saturday night. Not much change. Wood up into that 3rd spot still. Coyne in 4th. Now Benny looks like he's going to move into the 5th spot as he's going to get by Morris. Must be something going on with Morris. as now he has dropped back in the field considerably, about 7th place right now. Still leading, Hawkins, 3-car, who we think Jason Bodenhammer. Can Hawkins hang on to it? 3-car is going to get a good run up around the top of 3 and 4. Gets up to the back bumper. May have found something up there once again. Puts it right up on the top. Looks to the outside. Can he do it? Nope. And we're going to have a yellow flag as the 3rd place car, Woods, pulls up right here in front of us on the back straightaway. And that's a shame because the 3-car really had some momentum going. Got his timing down, was hitting his marks perfect, and was just getting ready to give your leader a challenge for that first spot. We'll be back with what's got to be the finish of this race here pretty quick. Got the track cleared off. Looks like we got 9 cars out of the original starting field. Hawkins has been our leader for, I think the entire race so far, green to whatever lap we are on. And once again, the 3 cars going up there for that top side, and I think the white flag has come out. So we got 1 lap to settle it. Hawkins looks like he may just hang on to this. We've had some close finishes. And here we go. Oh, and I think Hawkins is going to get that just by a fender. Looks like Benning maybe. I'm sorry. The race is over, but I don't know if these guys know it or not. It is over. Hawkins is going to be first. And it's going to be the 3-car. I think Jason Bodenhammer. I think then Kevin Coyne and John Benning. And possibly the 45 of Bob. Okay, the winner for the ULMA late model race here at Valley Speedway tonight, Chris Hawkins, man. And I'm going to apologize right now because I didn't get a lineup tonight and we only went by the name on your car and didn't have a first name. But anyway, a great run out there tonight. Understand got a new car going here.
Thank you. We did have a good run tonight. Yeah, this is our 3rd night actually in this TNT by Justin Wells, TNT Midwest. It's a chassis brand that he's brought from Tennessee over and trying to get some guys going fast, and he's got us hooked up.
Yeah. What a way to start the season. I know you guys are going to be running, I think, fairly regular here at Valley this Speedway this year. So, man, this really gets you started on the year right.
This is the right way to start the year. We've got another car, a street stock car, and we went down to Batesville and ran 4th in it after starting 26th on the field. So we feel like we're off to a good start this season. We've spent our time in the shop, worked hard, got some good equipment. I've got great sponsors, Odell Trucking, Prelude Maintenance Center, Supermoon Graphics, and TNT Race Cars Midwest, Justin Wells helping us out, and things are going well right now.
Only one more thing. Who's making the power on this hot rod?
Chinook Racing Engines. I'm glad you brought that up. I don't really want to give that secret away. I was kind of holding on to that. But Faustin and Justin down at Chinook's really built. They've been doing my engines now for 4 years. We've got 2 of them, and they're just absolutely dynamite. They're great people and great engines.
You're going to be running with the ULMA pretty much this year?
We are. We set our sights last year. We ran the ULMA deal. I really like it. I'm super competitive in it. This 23-degree steel block engine is really affordable. Yeah. It's something I can be competitive. I can't afford to Mars Airline race. Yeah. I just can't afford the engine. So this deal, we're competitive, and we're supposed to be having fun, not spending all of our money. And that's what ULMA is all about. So our sights are set on trying to win the ULMA championship. It's really early, and there's some great guys racing it. But if we'd have had this interview in November, I'd have said that's my goal, is to win it. So we spent our time in the shop, so maybe we can get it done.
Guy definitely had some fun tonight. He won. Chris Hawkins. By the end of the season, I'll have it down. Chris, I'm sorry, but kind of new, so congratulations.
Well, I'll do my best to win a few more races, so maybe you can start remembering my name.
Okay, thank you, sir. Chris Hawkins.
Thank you.